Hello everybody, welcome back. I've been up to something and it's that. Hello everyone, so I wanted to showcase what I've been up to of late. What I have been creating, co-creating with the universe, if you like. And it's here, it's ready. This is my copy from Amazon. Hence this not for resale thing will not be on the official copies. But I wanted to show you guys the Celtic Goddess Calling Planner 2025 by Joey Morris. Me! So this is it's quite a large, full colour planner that began life as a small seed. No. So I based it around the Celtic Calling course, which, as you guys know, has been in production, well, since 2013, really, when we started doing the Celtic Calling videos. And the Sabbat course exists already on Starry Eyed Supplies, and I was like, I want to make a planner around the different goddesses, and I went ahead and did it. Basically, is the long and the short of it, but I put a lot of love into this, a lot of energy into this, a lot of research and time and goodies, and stirred the cauldron and pop, it was born. So there are obviously extra goddesses in here because I only had the Sabbat goddesses so far on the Celtic Calling course. So we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you bits and pieces. I'm going to show you how happy I am with it, and you can go squee together, because that's what I did when it came. I was so happy. People who knew me got a message where I was like, I was like leaving the stratosphere. I was so excited when this came, and clapping my hands and stomping my feet. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. See, that's what the cover will look like. Right, January. So, because it's so big, we can't almost quite fit it onto the camera. And the light is being so weird considering it's a bright sunny day. I've got a light here even, trying to combat. Right, so if you're a diligent-eyed individual, you'll notice on the spiral there is oak, ash and thorn. So I'll leave that to you guys. Our journey begins with just one step along the spiral. Right, so each month has an animal assigned to it, as well as a beginning page for the colour. Oh, so beautiful. And it is tied into the goddess. And for January, we have Danu. You will also notice that the fingerprint spiral tree innard makes its way through the entire book, as do the Truskells, which are all colour-coded for each particular goddess, because Virgo. Telling you what, this is the perfect synchronicity between Virgo sun sign and Taurus moon, who likes beauty in all things. So each goddess has her sort of hail and welcome statement. And then we have the calling in and the affirmation for the month. Isn't it beautiful? Then we have the information for the month, as well as a goddess invocation. She's got fishes for Danu. And then there is a spell for each month. There is a water blessing for January. And a piece of poetry of all of my own design as we walk through. And then we have the hopes and wishes for each month. And then, as you can see, the months are color coded, right? So you have the correct amount of days in each month, because of course you did. Joey sat there counting them. And intentions and what we're grateful for each day. So you've got the hopes and wishes for the whole month, and then there's plenty of space. It's like a whole hand-sized space for each. And I've been holding the dark hold because my finger has gone black. I did, however, watch Agatha all along, and I love it. Anyway, I won't go on about that right now, but I did really, really enjoy it. Right, okay. And then you have a week review at the end. Whoop! A big week review, and the little Triskel makes its way the whole way through. So it is indeed a workbook, a planner, a massive book. You know, you quite often get these planners and you have this much space to write in every day. No, look at the space. Right, so we'll skip ahead to February. February is Bridget. Of course she is. Of course she's Bridget. Hail the goddess returning. Hail to the sacred alchemist. Hail to the goddess Bridget. I really like some of the affirmations. I put some of my absolute favourite ones in. So each of them obviously has the theme of the month tied to the goddess. So we have transformation, what I am becoming, this inner sacred flame with Bridget, and her calling in, her invocation, the spell work with a certain chant that I shared recently again. And then February actually has ideas. So some of the months have, like, the spell work is lots of ideas that you could do for the month. February hopes and wishes. Working on through with the color coding. Let's find March. Here is March. March with the bunny eggs. And we have Andraste, ancient British goddess connected to Boudica, who you may or may not know about. If you have done the Celtic Calling course, then you will know about her. If you haven't, you might not. I really love bringing a few goddesses who are a little bit more lesser known. March, hopes and wishes. Beep, beep. And you can see the colour code is this lovely red colour for Andraste. Right. Moving through April. April is Blood Iweth. Isn't this gorgeous? So Blood Iweth might be a little bit less known. She's a Welsh goddess, the Welsh goddess of flowers. I actually call her a few different names. I really like this though. Fated, flowered and feathered for Blood Iweth. I really like that. I am beholden only to myself and I will bloom regardless. Oh, she's so empowering, Blood Iweth. And I felt that she needed to be known more. So a little bit more poetry. Some recipes throughout it. And we are back into a planner. A planner. A planner. Planner. A planner. Right, so May we have Rhiannon. And look, there may be lots of horses in this one. So we move through. And we have her calling in, her Great Queen Sovereign Survivor, invoking her, some poetry, some spell work, our hopes and wishes, and we are back to a planner. So let's move through the planner for May. Plenty of space, plenty of space. Yes. Okay. Until we find our way to June. June with a dragonfly is goddess Ulysse of the waters. Okay. We'll watchful healer. How to invoke her. Certain chants moving through. Hopes and wishes. Oh, I have my ritual of waves and roses in here for June spell work. And of course, we are back to being color coded. All right. Doop, 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 doop. July. Right, isn't July beautiful with the bumbly fuzzies? The bumblebees, the fuzzlebees is Goddess Arwinia. We did this recently on Patreon a bit, so if you're on Patreon, you will have heard of her. If not, you may not have. She is the shining goddess connected with the Fae and summer, and she's just super, super interesting and doesn't get talked about enough. But then we have a little bit more fire magic, hopes and wishes, more fuzzy bumbles, and we go through and through and through until we get to Tail 2. So here's August, looking gorgeous. And Tail 2 is a goddess which not many people have heard about. I have started working with her in conjunction and with permission from the Morrigan. She is a goddess of grain and land and sovereignty, and I love her so much. I can't get enough, and I tell everybody who will listen about Tale 2. There you go. So the calling in, some information about who she is, invoking her, chanties, spell work, and hopes and wishes. And then you can see we have this sort of grain coloured for the colour coding for the month. Right. And we get to September, which is Joey's birthday month. Well, we will eventually. So, of course, there's a fox. Of course there is. It's my month. And coffee. And we have Cerridwen for September with a big black hen, which we will reference again. So we have her information, her invocation. I really like this chant for her. Through the spirit of the big black hen, through Arwen, God be my temple. That's not how I actually normally sing it, but that's how I'm singing it right now. Have it in your head, guys. Through the spirit of the big black hen, through Arwen. That's not how we sing it. Oh my God, that's all I'm ever going to hear. Then I have my Honouring the Forgotten Dead ritual that I've been talking about, which I perform at autumn equinox, taking apple slices to the graves of the forgotten dead. For years and years and years and years I've been talking about it, and it's now in here as well. Hopes and wishes, and then we have the colour codes until we reach the month that took the longest. Because guess who's in charge of October, if it's not the Morrigan. So October looking absolutely gorgeous. And here we have the Morrigan, who was very fussy about all of her things. Her images took 3 times as long as everybody else. Right. I love my mother. She's great. Right, so we have invocations, we have the chant, By My Blood, By My Blown chant. We've been singing that quite a bit lately, especially with the Morrigan Retreat. And then we have the October spell work, some ideas of things to do, hopes and wishes, and then the colour code until we get to November. So November is looking gorgeous, is the Cailleach. So the Cailleach's ritual is November 11th. So I played with the last 2 goddesses, which where I wanted them, because technically we celebrate the goddess Cailleach of winter throughout winter. But she calls in winter, so it seemed to work really well. So there's her information, Veiled One, Hag Woman, Bringer of Winter. Invoking the Cailleach, as well as the Ancestral Mother's chant, which you've probably heard before if you know anything about my work. Some spell work, some hopes and wishes, and then we're into the final page. Right, December, looking all December-y, is the dear mothers, the dear goddesses. I have put Ellen in here. I know there is question as to whether Ellen is the correct name for her or not. But there we go. Some information. Wanderer, bringer of the sun, the reindeer goddesses who bring back the light, invoking the dear mother. Information about Muttersnacht, the winter solstice, and the dear mothers. December ideas, and then the final month of the planner. So then at the very end, you have a thank you page from me with a little mushies and a me with my pinky wiggies on, and there's the back of the book. So this is the Celtic Goddess Calling Planner. Woohoo! It's going to be available on Amazon if it's not already. I have said yes, go, and it should be available soon. It will be more expensive on Amazon than if you buy it through my store, which is the other place that you can purchase it. Because Amazon have to have it at a certain price to take a cut. So it'll be a bit less than that on the store if you buy it directly from me. The other thing that is going to be part of this, I haven't completed this yet, which is why it's not on the store. Although I need an official copy to take pictures of as well, because I can't take pictures with that band on it. it can be my copy, I will love it regardless, is that I'm going to be doing a guided meditation package for all of the goddesses who are in the planner. So if you purchase through me, Floof will jump up, run away in a mad zoom and be very happy, apparently. That's what that noise was. But if you purchase through me, you'll get a money off voucher for that pack. So that will be a guided meditation pack online, where there will be 12 guided meditations, one for each goddess within the Celtic Goddess calling planner, for you to meet those goddesses in guided meditation. So there you go. I'm excited. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really happy with it. I've had a couple of days to calm down, because if I'd have tried to make this video when I first got the book, you would have just been getting squealed at. And I do mean squealed. High pitch, squealy squeals. So thank you very much, everybody. Many blessings.